Human beings love drama. They feed off of it like a parasite. They just want more drama, more drama, more drama every day. And don't get me wrong, dude, I could feed into the drama too. I get hooked on that stuff. It's intoxicating to get into the drama. But when you realize that it doesn't get you anywhere. So many people have their, you know, their cheerleaders and their spokespersons. They just love them to death, man. They love them, you know? They love their spokespersons. That's all they got. That's what their whole life seems to revolve around sometimes. There's so many other things you can do in this life. Why focus on somebody else's greatness? I mean, it's good. Use it as inspiration. But don't jock ride for nobody. Don't ride the jock of nobody, man. It doesn't get you anywhere. It won't get you anywhere. You really got to understand that, man. A lot of people talk about the presidential candidates. A lot of people talk about it. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. I don't even like the way it feels when I mention those names. That's crazy. That's how you know I'm not even in that paradigm. I don't even vibrate on that wavelength. I don't even like the way it feels to mention those names, bro. It's like acid on my tongue. It's like poison on my tongue. What have you created today? Like, what did you create? Did you write down anything? Did you take any kind of notes today? Did you record a video today? Did you draw a picture today? What did you create? Did you make anything today? Like, it's all about creation right now. Like, honestly, there's multiple reasons why you should create stuff. I'm gonna give you the first reason. The first reason is pretty much the most enticing for people because they need to make a living. But I really think that we're gonna go into an era where people who are really good at creating art and who are consistent at creating art and putting themselves out there are going to be rewarded financially. I think that's where we're going in this economy, because if you're just a regular worker that does the same repetitive thing over and over again, you're disposable. Machines are going to do all that stuff. Machines are going to do the repetitive stuff, definitely. Machines and AI are going to do more than just that. So you got to be 10 steps ahead of the curve, man. You got to be able to look ahead and see what's happening. And not only that, look around the corner and see what's happening there too as well. You can't just be like, oh, you know, I'll get a career doing such and such. Those days are going to be over pretty soon, man. The world's about to go through a bunch of shifts. We're going to see a lot of changes taking place. And it's not just economic changes or industrial changes. There's going to be so many different changes happening. With machine learning, robotics, AI, I'd be surprised if 5 years from now, you don't even recognize the world. Think about it. 5 years from now, it's going to be 2029, almost 2030, man. And 5 years goes by quick. If you think 5 years doesn't go by quick, just look at the last 5 years. Look how fast the last 5 years went by. So, I mean, if there's a time to double down, it's now. There is no better time to double down, triple down, quadruple down than right now. August 2024. We don't have many months left in this year. It's going to be 2025 in a few months. The first thing you got to do is stop distracting yourself. We live in the age of mass distraction, slowly rocking us to sleep. Every single day. You know, there's like a fractal of different distractions that you can distract yourself with. Meanwhile, we're floating down a river and the current is taking us over the waterfall. And we have a choice. There's a split in the river where we can go off to another destination. another pool of possibilities. While most people will just go off the cliff, off the waterfall, while they're scrolling, while they're being distracted by presidential candidates and what have you. Now, if this is your hustle and this is what you get paid from, I'm not knocking it. Do your thing. But if you're not, you're wasting time. If you're not if you're not getting paid to commentate on your presidential candidate of choice, you're wasting time, man. If you notice, the people that are really passionate about it are the ones that are getting paid from it. They're getting paid to comment on this stuff. But the regular average Joe, they're not getting paid from it. They might post their opinion on Facebook or what have you. You're not getting paid for it. You're promoting something that you're not getting paid for. And it's two wings of the same bird, so they're not really gonna help your life as much as you think. The only person that can really help your life more than you can even recognize right now is you. You know, sometimes I find it hard, like if people aren't talking about possibilities or talking about ways to make money, or just being lighthearted and having a good time, I find like it's a huge waste of time to even have a conversation about anything else. Like, unless you're enjoying yourself and having a good conversation and just, you know, lighthearted banter, or thinking and brainstorming about ways to make money, what is the conversation really about besides wasting time? Like, we waste so much time, it's not even funny, dude. I don't know, man. It seems silly to me when I look out into the abyss, the sea of followers in the world, the masses of men and women who lead lives of quiet desperation. Think about kids. Think about how ambitious a child is, right? Think about how much ambition a child has. They want to be firefighters. They want to be astronauts. They want to conquer the world. They're almost like, in their mind, they might as well be a superhero. At least when I was a kid, that's how the kids thought. But as you get older, some of the indoctrinated adults start to talk to you like, well, come on, tone it down. Let's think inside this box here. Let's not go too far outside the lines here. And they constrict you just a little bit. And they tell you, calm down. It's okay. We're not going to have gym class anymore, but just calm down. Sit in this desk for 8 hours a day. It's okay. If you need some Ritalin, we'll give you that, but you need to calm down. You don't need to go to gym class and exercise. Just eat the cafeteria food. Never mind that it resembles the food in the prison system. Just eat that cafeteria food. It's no different from the food in the grocery store, right? How natural is that? You know, I think the kids innately know that there must be some hidden war on nature. Why is everything that's natural being squeezed out? The kids know this. They're not stupid. But as they grow older and older into adults, they get squeezed even more and more until they fit into this nice little box. This nice tiny little box where you're not supposed to think outside that box. You're supposed to stay in the two-dimensional world. Flat plane of thinking. You're only supposed to think about what they tell you on the TV screen. You're not supposed to think about anything outside of that. How dare you go look for information in the outside world, in books? How dare you try to find information? How dare you try to escape the system? You know, this is funny because I started posting videos consistently. I think it was in November. November of 2023. And it's funny because this has become sort of like an outlet for me. Sort of like a way for me to express myself. You know, before this, it used to be, I used to like to rap. You know, write my own raps, maybe make beats, break dance. That was my form of expression. But now my form of expression has turned into just get up on this microphone and this camera and just speak my mind for a little bit. You know, most of the time that I do it, I post a video. Once in a while, I don't post a video because it might be a little out of line. You see that? And it might be a little out of line for the algorithm. The algorithm which throttles some of the videos that I make when I mention or talk about certain things that the algorithm doesn't like. So I try to keep it in between the lines for the algorithm. But sometimes I say, you know what, I'm just gonna post that anyway. Because it just came from my heart, it just came out of me. So I'm just gonna post it anyway, whatever. Probably not the best strategy when you're trying to grow your channel. But hey, what is the purpose of just coloring within the lines and staying within this restricted frame and not being creative? The whole point is to be creative. That's why we do what we do. That is why human beings thrive, because they're creative. They want to push the boundary a little bit. They want to live their true, authentic self. This is the way we were born. And this is the way we are when we're children. But it gets squeezed out of us little by little by little until we're adults. And now we just go along with the society that's created for us. We didn't create it. Our ancestors didn't create it. Do some research. Do some research on the Rothschild family. Do some research on the DuPont family. Do some research on the Rockefeller family. Like, I mean real deep research, not just surface level stuff. Surface level stuff, I mean, that's no different from anything else that's being shoved in your face. But you really got to do some extensive research if you, I mean, why wouldn't you, why would you not want to? Like, it's interesting. Anything that's interesting, it seems like the common mind is just like, no, I don't want to know anything else that's interesting. I just want to know what they put in front of my face. Like, I want to be spoon-fed information that leads me down a certain direction. I don't want to know anything else. Why do people do this? Like, to me, it never makes sense. Even when I was a kid, I always questioned everything. I'm like, Santa Claus. I remember being a young little kid, like, Santa Claus, he can't come down the chimney. I don't get it. Like, our chimney doesn't even work like that. Like, we don't even have a chimney. What, does he come through the front door? I mean, like, why would you leave the front door unlocked for a stranger to come in? Like, I'm just scratching my head because it doesn't make sense to me. Easter bunny? You mean like there's a human-sized Easter bunny? Like, really? Goes under my pillow while I'm sleeping? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, and when you think about these things, like, we've been told lies since we were kids, man. It's passed down through generation and generation. You know, we're taught to lie to our children. We're taught to tell lies to our children. And you see, the thing is, you can't blame anybody because we were taught to do it. And if we were taught to do it, we just do what we're taught, right? So this is why it's so important to stop doing what you're told and start doing what you feel is ethical and moral to your own self. Be true to your own self. Stop looking to this mother and father figure up on the pedestal somewhere. You got to be able to go inward sometimes. A lot of people can't, like, this is why I think meditation, another reason why meditation is so important is because you're able to be more introspective and find answers within yourself without having to look for something to always give you the answer. You know, some people always need to call somebody to find the answer or to, you know, figure something out. And very few people know how to quiet the mind enough to let the answers come to them from a higher source. It's not a skill that you develop, it's something that's already there that you have. You just got to tap back into it. I think every child is born with the ability to have this unlimited insight within them. But the more information you consume, it's just piled higher and deeper on top of it. So once in a while, just quiet the mind and find the answers. The answers that you're looking for are already there. You just got to listen to yourself once in a while. And that's how we're going to get to the next level on this journey that's about to get pretty rough. Don't underestimate how rough it can get. But just know when you're ready and you know how to quiet your mind, it doesn't feel as rough. You are almost a calm within the storm. You know, you have a stronger foundation. So when the storm comes, you're not moved as much as everybody else who's just frantically not paying attention. All right? That's all I got to say for today. Enjoy yourself out there. Learn something new and have fun.